So last week, we had a conversation on how to help teenagers who are addicted to adult movies and films, how to help them get over it. So we spoke to a psychologist. But on the show today, we have a tech expert, Mobolaji Moshood, who's going to help parents understand how to protect their wards from online predators and even online content that is inappropriate for youngsters. Good morning, Mr. Moshood. Are you there?
Good morning.
Good to have you on the show. Tell us how you can help parents to understand all the various tricks we can adopt to prevent our children from getting adult content online. Like, we're having network issues. I think we're going to have the producers call you so we can have a phone call. All right, let's go on a break. Okay. So while we're trying to get that disconnected, let's go back to this topic on the adult content. I know you are very techie also. What measures have you done so far?
It's not about techie, because what I realized was that even as much as I felt like I was techie, the kids are very, very smart. My kids now, they knew how to delete their search history. So it was, they could delete their search history. I'll check and I would not see anything they searched for, and I'm wondering, is it possible you did not search for anything? So what we just did was to take away technology from them. They are still, for me, that was just it. So since they are not in online school anymore, the moment they resumed back into proper school, I took out internet from them. So you have the laptop, but you cannot go online, except if you want to check anything online, it is with my phone in my presence. Because I think that's my approach for now. That all my kids are less than 10. So you guys are, I still need to be on ground, micromanage the situation for as long as possible until I can let go and be sure that you have all that it takes to stand on your own with the lessons I've dropped in your mind. So that's my solution, because I've had that level of, I've had a scare, and I mentioned it last week, and I did not want to ever be in that situation.
For me too, my kids are really smart, but what is happening, I thank God for my daughter. She talks. So when with my kids, what I found is that I've had to tell them, there used to be a time when they would go into the office and do their schoolwork, but because of all these sort of things, when they're meant to be in school, my son is forming chat groups, he's talking with friends, they're talking about games and things like that instead of schoolwork. And then I'll come to check and I will not say anything. My daughter says, you know, he deletes his chat history. It's like, yes, this is how he does it. I'm like, oh. So I lean on her to give me the gist. And then because he gets upset that she tells me the gist, he tells her own too. So that's one way that we're handling it. But I really would like to find out other ways to do it, you know, more efficiently. What I now do is now they're in the house, and we have their laptops facing us while we're walking past. We're able to quickly just glance and see what they're going. That's what we're doing. They're so smart.
All right, so I'm told Mr. Moshood is on the phone. Good morning, Mr. Moshood.
Good morning, Mario. How are you today?
Yeah, very good. So unfortunately, we really wanted to have you on Skype so that we can actually see some demonstrations. But go ahead, let us know what are the things that we can adopt as parents to help us protect our children from adult content.
Okay, thank you, Mario, and the team for having me this morning. I think like every other endeavor, we always start with the people. Just like technology has actually big cycles. We talk about people, process, then before they will understand this better. And this is what I'm going to start with, and I'll break down, you know, for us who are the layman, you know. The people evolve. What that means in two strings, if I may just break it down, is to say that who want to use
Okay, we cannot hear a word you're saying, Mr. Moshood. The devil is a liar. This thing will find out this information because
we need to learn.
Every parent needs to learn. So I think we might have to cut you off. We'll put together a better platform. Maybe we'll have to bring you over.
Yeah.
Because this is something every parent needs. So unfortunately, we didn't hear a word you said. It's not clear at all. Technology, the spirit of the enemy have sent it today. But don't worry, we'll bring you physically to the show because these children must get protected. So I have to disconnect that call. But let's go back to you're going to say something concerning what measures have you put in place so far?
Measures. There's no password. And then I have this first child that is extremely fast and overset is worrying. My neighbor will say, oh, bond alarm. too much wisdom. You know, on Sunday I had an emergency, and as I was leaving, the brother was crying. So I dropped the password for this, so he can be watching cartoon. Because she won't change the channel. She's a science fiction child. She will insist on the, and the poor boy just wants to see fast cars running. And she will not allow him. So stay in the, they'll be changing the TV up and down the house. And I put the password on this one. She called my girl, said, Lola, I know the first two digits. Can you give me the last two? And this is something I've guarded. I guard as in told my mother, like, you can't password that. And she dropped the first two correctly. My children she's just waiting for me to, like, there'll be another day I would have put the first two, and she'll be acting foolish, and she'll catch the next two. Yes. So the speed with which she does her own now just makes me...
There's this thing in Minecraft. I don't know, is it good? The kid, my son is addicted to it.
Minecraft. I
don't know. Good. He's constantly on Minecraft. I mean, he can be there all day, my son.
No,
it's a game. Yes. And there's a guy, an adult kind of leading them through the game. I mean, I
think the person already plays the game and then gets them to learn how that person... What you say about this password, I'm going to tell you. My son knows everybody's password. If you come to my house and you stay a few minutes, he'll figure it out. He'll walk around you. My mom, when she came, she got her phone. And then because of his... She wanted my brother to do something. She said to him in Hausa the password. My mom said, do you know this boy? She didn't know at the time. He was asking her numbers in Hausa. And then he now told her later, I said, I now know what your password is.
Imagine that.
So he heard what she said in Hausa.
He heard what he came back and then now said, please, can we do numbers in Hausa? And then he got this. This is what we're dealing with. Yes, so this is what we're dealing with.
I've noticed that,
and that's why
Lola now resorted to this AI whatever. Because when I come back and they sing some songs, I'm like, they are not allowed this channel.
Yeah, where did they get let me take this call from Yakub. Yakub, are you there?
I'm there.
Yakub, Hassan has overtaken you in this call. You're number one. Hassan is not number one. You're not number two.
It's not true. It's because we are using two lines now. But at the same time, everybody has his opportunity to contribute to the program.
No problem.
I haven't said that. Morayo, you see, you have said it all. The technology does not give us opportunity to listen to your guests. I would like you to bring on that very particular man to the studio. You know why? Why? Because Morayo, our heads want to lie to ourselves. We have a lot of work to do at home. You see the children, sometimes they can hide something in their phone. You will never know where it is. Even if you collected that Android, you will keep searching for it. You will never get to see it. Because these children, they are so wise to the extent that even sometimes, if I'm pressing my phone, without my children even closer to me, they will know my code. They will just carry the phone. I will be surprised. How do you get the code that I use? He said that I just look at you from afar, and then I know where you press. You look at that. So the answer that we're giving to these children, for the fact that it has the advantages, it still has a lot of disadvantages. That is why the reason why you need to bring this man into the studio is possible on Monday. Because tomorrow I know that we always discuss about all these celebrate and all that. Please work it out. Bring the man on the studio on Monday.
You're very busy. Guys, there's something that Mariam said earlier that I think we didn't pick up on. When she said that when we're growing up, you know, our parents didn't. There was that talk of, don't let your child go and do it outside, though. I'd rather the man come in. Let us even see what they are doing. So they will allow the children to let the boyfriends, let me even know who the boyfriend is. Same thing here. Instead of allowing the child to go and use the internet, let me see what you're doing. But even as you're allowing them, they are still getting smarter.
Yes.
So the question therefore is, how do we outsmart them? Or, just like you have said, totally remove it until they're mature enough. Because they say the modern parenting is like, expose your children to technology. It's the modern times. Let them see, let them know what's going on. Their colleagues, their counterparts abroad in Japan are creating all sorts of applications at this time. But they do that at what extent?
But the counterparts in Japan are also having game addiction.
Yes.
Many of them have major game addiction.
Masturbation.
They have They have masturbation
pornography?
issues. They have pornography issues. They have something phobia, like they cannot do without being on the phone or on the screen, that they are having to find new ways to deal with the issues that came from being exposed excessively to technology.
Right.
So every good thing has a side effect.
Exactly.
Let's not resort to that, because nowadays, while we were younger, we didn't have TV 24 hours all day.
We had
to,
6
it was 6 p.m., later 4 p.m., but now kids can watch TV morning till night.
Yeah.
It is not good. It's not normal for children. I'm like, the children should go outside, just go and run around outside. That's the reason we moved, so that you have compound. Go and play. We must reduce this on the phone, on the laptop, watching TV. They are always watching, not thinking.
My son used 40 gig 1 week. 1 week, 40 gig, 10,000 naira. I said, bro, I have to call him yesterday. I said, Uncle, come here. Is it only Minecraft? What's your problem? Like, no, mommy, I'm on IX. I'm like, which IX have you used? Because you did IX.
How many?
Minecraft. So is that we have to find a way to monitor how they use and measure how they use it.
Yeah. So Foge, before the lockdown, very passionate about football. He was doing so well, even played for school.
I remember.
Now he says he wants to be a gamer. Because we have locked down, we haven't been going to stadium. All he does is being on his phone, that he wants to be a gamer. And why? So that I can play game and I can make money from it. And he annoys me because this is a child who is naturally just an outdoor person, likes to be out and athletic. But now, because of lockdown, and so it's making me think that should I put this fear and scare for COVID, aside and just find him something to do?
Let me take Sabina from Jos. Sabina, are you there? I'll come to Nima.
Yes, I'm here. Good
You're
morning,
live. Morning. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. Yeah, the topic is quite interesting, and we have an issue right now with such an issue with an 8-year-old boy who has been going off site. He goes to other sites and says that because there are issues surrounding him, this boy has been watching sites of suicide and the rest. You understand? So my advice this morning to parents is that instead of those phones we give them, why don't we buy books and ask those children to make summary of those books? Let's have a pally with them. Let's have, the father and the mother have a pally. Let the children make, instead of leaving them all day long with those gadgets. They are there, some of the gadgets.
The books, what?
Sabina, thank you very much. Well, you're right, books. Somebody gave my daughter 12 books within 7 days.
To finish. Yes, that's it. That's how my
before. So I'm looking for who to transfer these books to them, because somebody gave us. By who to transfer it?
Okay, so I think what we should we can create a book club. So I'll also buy 12 and then we swap again. So that we don't.
In my house, nobody. I mean, everybody reads. My children read, and they read so fast. They read fast now because they're supposed to be gadget at the end of the reading. He will get a book and he's done, and he will tell you.
And he will tell you the story.
Because I say to them, they must do it. I say to them that they must do it. I want a summary. So we do all that writing, but they're supposed to be gadget at the end of this. I will hurriedly do it so I get to that place.
Yes, writing is what we will finish with Madam. She has a book now. A psychologist gave me, the educational psychologist gave me a gift sometime to help me get her disconnected from gadget addiction, and so she's doing that now. She has to write her daily activity and all of that every day, and fortunately she's doing it on her own. She's happy doing it. But what I noticed that I did, and I don't think it's perfect, because I think parenting is all of us experimenting, hoping that the result turns out right. I decided to get her over-engaged in academic activities. So even on weekends, she's not at home. She's learning so fast. She can have, and her spare time, she loves to teach. So the board is there. I leave the marker for her. And her poor brother is a student by force. Learn, and that gets me, get them off the tabs in the house first. I don't think it's perfect. I think they need to play around. But the biking also, she's overdoing it. She learned to bike. She's the fastest. Everybody on the street knows her because she'll bike to their gate and compete with cars. I'm tired of it. I'm just thinking.
So that's another solution.
Stay school 24/7.
Let me take this call. Good morning. Are you there? Hello.
Morning.
Michael, are you there from the UK? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, very quickly. I'm listening to your conversation now,
Yes.
but just want to give a couple of advice to parents. There are apps you can put on every device you've got in your household that will block out any adult content. or anything that has to do with adult that kids are not allowed to see. Some of them are free online, and some of them you need to pay for, and that's what we do over here. And to just block out anything that kids are not allowed to see.
Thank you very much, Michael. So that's why I wanted to bring in our technical experts. He was going to tell us all those applications that we can use to block out these. So we'll try to bring it out sometime next week. Yes.
Another challenge we're having is as parents, we're getting busier. The busy parent syndrome means that you are not the one raising your child as much, you know. So yesterday I had to let my kids stay up till like 10 because I realized by the time I got home, went on live on Facebook, went online on Instagram, I did a live class. Then I told myself, like, okay, it's 9 o'clock. How many minutes have you spent with your children today? So now you're going to be hurrying them to bed. Let them stay. So at least just know that. Let them stay late. There's no school, but you spend time. This busy parent syndrome needs to, and I think a lot of men delegate that it's a woman's thing, but a child needs both parents to be all-rounded, well-developed. So even if you cannot give all your time, let's be committed to give some of our time and pay attention to these children. And more importantly, verbally affirm your child to make them feel they are very important. Because children now assume, mommy is always so busy. Oh, mommy, don't bother mommy, she's busy. No, daddy, you know daddy when he's already busy. Then we now need to make them know that, because that's how important things will skip you, because they are assuming you are busy. So affirm your children to understand if it is important, always tell me. Anything, tell me.
Thank you for reminding me something, because a few days ago my son wasn't feeling well, and I think he had told me that, mommy, when I swallow my ear hurts. And I said, oh, okay, I'll see what I can do. I totally forgot. The next day he went somewhere, and then somebody checked his temperature and saw it was high, and they called me that your son is not feeling well. He came home and I checked his temperature and I saw it was high. I said, why didn't you tell me? Why did you have to wait to go outside? He said he thought I would just know. He thought that when I saw that, he mentioned it to me yesterday and I didn't say anything. I just thought I was busy. That hit me like a rock. Like, okay. So I didn't pay attention. Yes, he told me and I just brushed it off. So that's part of the busy parent syndrome. We need to pay extra attention. We need to make that conscious effort.
A very important issue in both parents doing their role. And I see my husband failing when it comes to emotional business. You know, my girl is a girl, and she's a daddy's girl, just like I was. And when she's emotional, my husband can't deal. Even me, I dare not cry in an argument with my husband. I lose the argument because he will just flip. He can't deal with emotions. And when his daughter now gets to that point, you get up there. She comes back to me and that is so nice. When I try to say, I beg. Yeah. You know, there's that connection that he misses, and I'm always trying to push him to see.
But you had that with your dad.
Idris, are you there?
Hello.
From Kaduna, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
So, luckily to get people for the first time, I have decided.
Welcome to the show. Good to have you.
Thank you so much. So, if not, I was saying that maybe people don't want to pick us from the north.
No.
But thank God I got it for the first time. So, your people's topic this morning, the two topics, the one I met was so interesting. The one before this one.
Yes.
I could have also hinted a little bit on it before hitting on this. You see? Yes, like people say, marrying many wives, it depends on how you people look at it, or how the subject matter person look at it. It's not really matter that you marry many wives that you at least you will be okay. No. Some people even have one, and there are still some fish. So at least it depends on how you handle it. That will give you the success in that matrimonial journey. So that is by the way. So you see this very one that people are just discussing as well. I'm quite interested to be part of this. That is this parental guidance. Let us just put it this. It's the right time for us to inculcate this system into our school curriculum. So that all those things that we are hiding here and there, it shouldn't be there again. Why did I say so? If we as a parent can able to have this conversation with our child, and the teachers themselves also, we also give them, at least they have two ways now, they will understand it more. Because this Android, in fact, you are in the world of technology today, it has exposed many things. That is why most of the children now, even the adults, they use it negative. They're not using it the positive side. So look at what the negative are causing us now. That's what we are facing. So this topic is good for us.
Thank you very much, Idris. Thank you very much. Let's take a few tweets and we run off.
So
Yes,
Andrew
Mariam.
in Streatham says, do you guys remember Edward Snowden, the American who ran
Yeah.
away to live in Russia? He used Tail OS, that's operating system, I'm guessing. There are some operating systems that can outsmart kids. It's Tail OS. This operating system is invisible and can be installed on a USB key. Tails OS is very good. You can use it to monitor internet usage invisibly. And Ehi, in response to the good that you're doing, Mariah, it says you're an angel. No, you're an archangel. Testify. The surrogacy. And then...
the surrogacy. April Fool, yeah. April Fool. I know I'm an archangel, but but the surrogacy story was an April Fool. I was going to say it at the end of the show, but thank God I forgot to say it. Please, I would love to be a surrogate, but unfortunately, nobody has asked me at this time. But that was just an April Fool commented. There was nothing like that. Abi,
Okay,
you guys fall for it. You didn't fall for it. Obviously, you kind of suspected.
Well,
I didn't suspect. I actually felt
for it.
Nima fell for it. I saw her face like, whoa. So I decided I would leave her to
The kids already care, my says, your kids are truly smart, just like we have in most children of this age. Parents can hardly keep up. Even for me as a stay-home mom, it's tasking and keeping an eye on my 7-year-old, not to mention her teen brothers and sisters. I try to regulate though, saying, you know, we're doing well.
Okay, we have to run, unfortunately.
There are many tweets
yes,
on
go ahead,
the
Mariam.
Ogumola Emmanuel, let me take. Ned is actually helping the society now. There's this statistical myth that women are 3 times more than men and need to get married one way or the other. Let's wait and see what will happen after he's gone. Regina is securing her future chiasmatically.
So let me have to run. But if you guys were single and there's a rich man who's been married before asking you out, would you say yes or no?
No.
Truthfully,
We have been asked
truthfully,
Poor rich
where you are, the man is very
man.
wealthy, and he's saying, listen, he'll get you a house in VI Banana Island.
He's already married.
This is how the toasting
The
went
question
for me.
is, I have to run.
I had a poor professor, and then I had a rich man.
Yes.
And the poor professor, I cannot do. I'll be like number 7. The rich man, I felt his marriage was beautiful, so I worked at making the marriage work. I just cannot do breaking up somebody's home. That's what I cannot do.
Unfortunately, that's all we can take on the show today. Oh, I've been told not to say unfortunately again.
fortunately.
Fortunately, we have to wrap up. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.